An outlaw motorcycle club funeral is different to that of a funeral that the general public would have, and it is something that its members hold very dear, and it actually saves lives. Usually all the members will meet up at that member's clubhouse, and that is where they take the member for one last ride. There'll be a Harley there with a sidecar on it that can take them for their one last ride. They sit at the front and the rest of the club follows them all the way to the funeral. There you will have your funeral, and from there it goes to the cemetery. Again, all the members follow to the cemetery. And this is where they take the saying, "He ain't heavy, he's my brother," very, very seriously. Once at the cemetery, the motorbike or car will pull up and all the brothers will line up in a stretch of two. And the casket is carried over the shoulders of all the brothers all the way down. He does not go on a stretcher. He goes over the shoulders of every brother. They all take turns in carrying him. If the line from the road to where the grave isn't long enough, brothers will run from the back of the line to the front of the line to have another go all the way until they're at the site for the burial. And from here, most clubs have another saying called "we bury our own," and that is where, after the member is lowered down into the ground, every single member takes turns on the shovel of burying their own member. And then obviously the usual things take place after that, and everybody goes back to the clubhouse, and there's usually a big party, mourning, that type of thing. The brother will get their photo taken and put on the clubhouse wall in every single chapter. A club funeral is seen as a huge, like a massive honour in the eyes of its members. It's one of the crowning achievements that you can have. Is, you know, as unfortunate as it is, if you do go, being buried as still a member and getting all that done for you is just seen as a huge thing. And as a previous member, that's something that you wanted for yourself. You wanted it really, really badly. Now, a lot of clubs also have a rule that if a member commits suicide, that they will not get this club funeral. And that actually stopped a lot of people killing themselves. That's how much people want this club funeral. And that's why this rule was put in place. Because back in the day, when suicides were a lot higher, they would still receive club funerals. So what's a good deterrent for that? Well, if you do commit suicide, you don't get the club funeral. And like I said, it's hard to explain how big a deal it is when you're a member of a club. So that is a huge deterrent. And I'm sure, I can nearly guarantee that some people don't leave just because of that. It is a huge thing. Unfortunately, I'm not articulate enough today to really get the point across to let you know what an experience it is and how much it does mean to its members. I'm very, very sorry for your loss, but I hope it's some sort of consolation that at least he got what he really, really would have wanted in the end. He still got to be buried as a member, and I can guarantee that is something that he would hold dearly.